Series 2, Part 3, The Family Secret. Olivia stands in front of the large mahogany door to her father's office. The house is silent, the weight of the Harding family legacy pressing down on her shoulders. Her heart races as she gathers her thoughts. She's come here to confront her father, to finally demand the truth. Everything has been a lie for too long. Her father's empire, her engagement to Daniel, and the choices that have been made for her, all of it feels like a cage she can no longer live in. The secret has been gnawing at her for weeks, and tonight, it will all come to a head. With a deep breath, she knocks. The sound echoes through the empty hallway. Edward Harding, from inside the office, his voice calm and steady. "Come in, Olivia." She enters, closing the door behind her. Edward is seated behind his desk, papers scattered in front of him, his eyes focused on the documents. For a moment, Olivia wonders if he even notices she's there. His world, his business, it all revolves around power, money, and control. She feels small in this room, like a child again. Olivia, gathering her courage, asterisk. "Father, I need to know the truth." Edward Harding, without looking up. "The truth about what?" Olivia, her voice trembling slightly, asterisk. "The truth about everything. About the business, about you, about the lies I've been living. I need to know what you've been hiding." Edward finally looks up, his eyes hardening. He knows what she's asking. He's known this moment would come eventually. But the coolness in his gaze betrays no fear, no guilt. Only calculation. Edward Harding, his voice icy. "You don't understand, Olivia. You never have. This is bigger than you, bigger than me. I did what I had to do to protect this family." Her heart sinks as his words land like a cold slap. He's not sorry, not even a little. To him, this is just another business transaction. Olivia, shaking her head, desperation creeping into her voice. "What do you mean by that? I deserve to know. You've hidden things from me, things that could destroy us. Destroy everything." Edward Harding, leaning forward, his tone turning colder. "There are things in this world that you cannot change, Olivia. You want to know about the dirty dealings, the corruption? Fine. But it's not your place to judge, not when you've been given everything you have because of it. You think your life would have been different without it? Think again." Olivia recoils at his words, her chest tightening. He's right, she's been living a life built on these very lies. But knowing that doesn't make it any easier to swallow. Olivia, softly, the weight of it all hitting her. "I don't want this anymore, Father. I don't want to be part of this empire." Edward Harding, leaning back in his chair, cold amusement in his voice. "You don't get to make that choice. Not anymore. You're bound to this family, to this legacy, whether you like it or not." Elsewhere, in the shadows of the Harding mansion, Samuel is sitting in his dimly lit apartment. His hands tremble as he holds the letter that came in the mail earlier that day. It's from Olivia. She's asked him to meet her to talk. His heart skips a beat. She's finally reaching out to him after all this time. But before he can respond, his phone buzzes. It's Rachel. He answers, trying to shake off the heavy weight in his chest. Rachel, cheerfully, but with an underlying sense of urgency. "Samuel, I've been thinking about you all day. You're still upset, aren't you? I'm here for you, you know. Just say the word, and we'll fix this together." Samuel's chest tightens as he hears her words. He knows she means well, but he can't ignore the nagging feeling that something isn't quite right. Rachel has been there for him, yes, but it doesn't stop the quiet, relentless pull he feels towards Olivia. He's still in love with her. The woman he can't have, the one who broke his heart. Samuel, his voice strained, but trying to remain neutral. "I appreciate it, Rachel, but I need to focus on something right now. I'll let you know if I need you." Rachel's tone shifts, a flicker of disappointment in her voice, but she doesn't push. Instead, she says goodbye and hangs up. Samuel looks at the letter again, his hand gripping it tightly. He knows the truth is out there, the secrets he's been avoiding, the lies that have festered in the dark. Olivia is in the middle of it all, and he doesn't know if he's strong enough to face her again. But he knows one thing for sure: he can't keep running forever. Back in the Harding mansion, Olivia is walking down the long hallway toward the grand staircase. Her father's words echo in her mind, cold and unfeeling. She feels a sharp pang of regret, but it quickly turns into a burning anger. He has no idea what she's capable of. No idea that she's done being the perfect daughter, the obedient pawn in his game. Her phone buzzes again. This time, it's Samuel. She stops in her tracks, holding her breath as she reads his message. Samuel's message: "Meet me at the old spot. We need to talk." Her heart flutters with hope. She knows this conversation won't be easy, but it's the first step toward something real. Something that isn't built on lies or expectations. She rushes out of the house, the cold night air biting at her skin. She doesn't care. For the first time in years, she's ready to face the truth, no matter the cost. Later that night, they meet at the quiet cafe where they first met. Samuel sits at their usual table, his eyes scanning the door. The moment he sees her, everything else fades away. Olivia walks toward him, her heart pounding in her chest. She doesn't know what she's expecting from this conversation, but she knows it's the last chance to fix everything. They sit across from each other in silence, the weight of their history hanging between them. Samuel's gaze is unreadable, and Olivia can barely hold his stare. Olivia, softly, almost apologetically: "I'm so sorry, Samuel. For everything. I didn't want any of this. I never meant to hurt you." Samuel, his voice low but filled with hurt: "I know you didn't, Olivia. But I can't keep pretending it doesn't hurt. I can't keep pretending that what we had wasn't real." Olivia, her eyes welling with tears: "Please, Samuel. I don't want to lose you." "I can't lose you." Samuel, shaking his head, the weight of the truth settling in. "You already have, Olivia. You've chosen your path. And I've chosen mine." But as he turns to walk away, Olivia reaches out, grabbing his hand. This time, she doesn't let go. Samuel pulls his hand back, but Olivia doesn't release it. Her fingers tighten around his, her voice trembling with a raw urgency. "Olivia, please, Samuel, I need you to understand. I never wanted any of this. I never wanted to be a pawn in my father's game. He has forced my life into these choices, and I've been too scared to fight back. But not anymore. I'm ready to walk away from all of it. From him, from Daniel, everything." Samuel, looking away, his jaw clenched: "I don't know if I can believe you anymore, Olivia. You've made promises before, and every time you've walked away from me. I don't know how much more of this I can take." Olivia, her voice breaking: "I know I've hurt you, and I've betrayed your trust. But I swear, Samuel, I'm not that person anymore. I'm tired of living in fear. Tired of hiding behind my father's wealth and expectations. I want to be free. And I want to be with you." Samuel, softly, still holding back: "I want that too. But it's not that simple. You can't just walk away from everything and expect it all to fall into place. You're asking me to forget what happened, to believe in something that feels impossible." "Olivia, I don't expect you to forget, Samuel. I don't expect you to forgive me right away. But I'm asking for a chance. A chance to prove that I can choose you. A chance to fight for what's real between us." Samuel, looking at her with a mixture of pain and longing: "I don't know if I can trust you again. The lies, the betrayal, they are too much. Olivia, I'll do whatever it takes to make it right. I won't let my father control my life anymore. I swear, Samuel, I'll fight for us. For you. Just give me one chance." Samuel falls silent, his eyes searching hers. The silence between them stretches, heavy and thick. He can see the sincerity in her eyes, the pain she's trying to bury. He wants to believe her. He wants to reach out and pull her back into his arms, but the scars of their past run deep. "Samuel," quietly, Almost to himself, "I've waited so long for you to say that." Olivia takes a deep breath, relieved that he's not walking away, but a new fear creeps into her heart.
She knows this is just the beginning. She knows that the road ahead won't be easy.
But for the first time in months, she feels like there's hope.
Hope that they can rebuild what was lost.
"Olivia, we can make this work."
Samuel.
"I know we can." Samuel, finally meeting her gaze, his voice softer now. "It's not going to be easy.
There's too much at stake. But I'm willing to try. For you.
For us." She smiles, the first real smile in what feels like forever. Her heart is pounding in her chest, but she knows she's made the right choice. She's ready to fight for him, for their love, no matter the cost. "Olivia, then let's start fighting." They sit in silence for a moment, the weight of the world pressing down on them. They know the journey ahead will be full of obstacles. But for the first time, they both feel like it's a journey worth taking. Together. As Olivia and Samuel sit in the quiet, dimly lit cafe, the world outside feels distant, like a fog has settled over everything else. Their hearts are raw, their futures uncertain.
But something has shifted. A decision has been made.
They are no longer running from what they feel, no longer hiding behind the walls of their past mistakes. Olivia, breaking the silence, her voice quiet but steady. "I don't know what the next step is, Samuel, but I do know that I can't live like this anymore.
I can't keep pretending.
I can't keep living my life the way my father wants me to." Samuel, nodding slowly, his eyes soft but filled with sadness. "You can't undo what's been done, Olivia. You can't take back the lies, the hurt, and the decisions that have already been made." Olivia, her voice trembling but firm.
I know.
But I'm asking you, please, don't give up on me. I'll fight for us.
I'll do whatever it takes to fix this. I just need you to trust me."
Samuel, his gaze shifting to the table between them, his voice quiet and conflicted.
"You want me to trust you again?
After everything? After how you walked away, how I lost you?
I don't know if I can.
It's like I've been holding on to something that never really existed in the first place." Olivia, her voice breaking slightly as she reaches across the table, placing her hand over his. "Samuel, look at me. I can't undo the past, I can't take back the mistakes, but I'm here now.
And I'm asking for a chance to prove that I can be the person you thought I was.
The person I want to be, for you, for us." Samuel, looking at her hand on his expression softening. "You say that now. But what if it's too late?
What if everything has already crumbled?
What if the damage is too much for us to rebuild?" Olivia, her eyes filled with unshed tears, but a quiet strength in her voice.
"I don't believe it's too late. I can't.
If I thought it was, I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
I would have walked away. But I haven't. And I won't. I'll fight for you, Samuel.
I promise." There's a long pause, a moment where the weight of their past, their love, and their futures hangs in the balance. The cafe around them fades into the background, and for a fleeting second, it feels like just the two of them, facing everything and nothing at once. Finally, Samuel exhales deeply. His heart aches, but the words feel right, feel necessary, even if they come with a sharp sting of uncertainty. Samuel, with a heavy sigh, meeting her gaze. "I'm not sure I can trust you again, Olivia. But
I'm willing to try. I'll give you that much.
I just don't know if it'll be enough." Olivia, her eyes welling with tears as she squeezes his hand tighter. "That's all I need. Just a chance." The next day, Olivia's father calls her into his office.
She knows what's coming.
She's been preparing herself for this moment for weeks, but nothing can fully prepare her for the weight of what she's about to face. As she enters the office, Edward Harding is seated at his desk, papers in front of him, his usual air of control firmly in place. He doesn't even look up at first, as though he's expecting her arrival. Edward Harding, without looking up. "I assume you've thought about your future, Olivia.
I hope you've come to your senses. Daniel is a good match.
his what's best for this family. Olivia, her voice steady but determined.
I don't care about what's best for the family anymore, Father. I care about what's best for me. I'm not marrying Daniel.
Edward Harding, finally looking up, his face darkening, asterisk. What did you say?
Olivia, her voice growing stronger. I'm not marrying him. I'm not going to live a life that's been chosen for me.
I'm going to live my life the way I want to, and if that means walking away from you, from the family, then that's what I'll do. Edward's eyes narrow, disbelief and anger flickering in his gaze.
For the first time, Olivia feels no fear.
She knows that this moment, this decision, is hers alone to make. Edward Harding, his voice cold, threatening. You think you can just walk away from everything I've built? You think you can leave all of this behind without facing the consequences? Olivia, standing her ground, her voice unwavering.
I'm willing to face whatever comes, Father. But I'm done living for you. For your empire.
I'm choosing to live for me. There's a long pause, a silence so thick it almost suffocates her. Olivia stands tall, refusing to let her father's anger control her anymore.
She's made her decision.
No matter what happens next, she will not be his pawn any longer. Finally, Edward stands, his anger palpable, but beneath it, there's a flicker of something else, something resembling disappointment. Edward Harding, his voice cold, final.
Then you've made your choice, Olivia. And you'll have to live with the consequences.
Olivia, her voice firm, yet tinged with sadness.
I already am.
She turns and walks out of the room, her heart pounding in her chest.
She knows she's just burned a bridge, and the future is uncertain.
But for the first time, she feels free. Free to choose her own path. Free to follow her heart. Later that evening, Samuel and Olivia meet again, this time in the park where they used to walk together. The air is cool, the stars barely visible through the thick clouds above. They sit on the bench, side by side, not speaking at first. But the silence is comfortable, there's a weight lifted between them, a mutual understanding.
Olivia, after a long pause, looking at Samuel. I've made my choice, Samuel. I walked away from my father, from the life he wanted for me. It wasn't easy. It's not going to be easy.
But I don't want to be anyone else's idea of who I should be anymore.
Samuel, his voice soft but full of emotion.
You're really ready for this?
For all the fallout that's going to come.
Olivia, nodding, her voice steady and sure.
I've never been more ready.
I'm ready to fight for us. For what's real.